Hi everyone. Have been almost 10 days since I came back. I have the all the brine shrimps are doing good, but the brines, as you can see into the aquariums, I barely can see them. That is not bad. It's simply that is one of the purposes is that I can see them. So I will do what I think it will be the cleaning for each of them. And since I have essentially three types of aquarium and they have evolved, um, as you can see, in kind of similar, but let's say different directions on how things grew on them. I would use the same type of cleaning in all of them, but uh, as you can imagine, the results will vary. So I decided to do three videos since there are three different types of aquarium. Why I have the empty bottle? Because since I came back in January 8, the bottle was full, and as you saw in my previous video, in 25 days with the two big buckets of water besides the aquariums and the caps on, there was some evaporation. The weather was not significant. Well, I removed the two big buckets. They are empty. We are in the environment again, and normal environment. I decided to remove the caps. And something that happened is the evaporation have picked up significantly. I don't know how. Meanwhile I was away, I recall that the temperature was in the 40s. So, and then when I came back, now the temperature in daytime is maximum on the 20s, and then at night it's reaching the single digits. So that might be a factor. But the thing is that in less than 10 days, I already had to use that complete bottle. So I might put the caps on again, and even with the caps, I see that the evaporation rate is still significantly faster than when I was away. I might bring back the buckets of water. Meanwhile, it's a very dry environment outside. That will save me buying spring water. Anyhow, uh, so I will move on to do three videos because there are three different types of aquarium. Although the two underground water volcano ones, as you can see, you have the ecosystem have grown in a little different way, but the cleaning will be the same. Oh yes, and important. As you can see in the top, and this is a concern there is not much here. I will explain on the individual video why. But that is most likely fungus. The way that it have grown before it was covering the whole surface. Why my sea monkeys survived? I have the theory that they and aqua dragons, in other words, the old brine shrimps survive with caps on and with a strong coverage of fungus on the surface. That's supposed to be a blockage of inflow of fresh oxygen to the water. Well, that's why I got these guys. The algae, I think it did work. It bubbles up, and you can see some big bubbles here because until it reaches certain size, then goes up. and it breaks the surface. Besides, the smaller bubbles that cannot be seen in the video are percolating up, and some of the oxygen survives, dissolves. So I presume that is what prevented the oxygen, even it was almost completely blocking the surface. It prevented the oxygen in the aquariums to be depleted enough to make the 4 aquariums survive. Okay, so I will move to the cleaning. Let's see how it goes, because this will be my first major cleaning of this aquarium. Oh yes, I'm not covering removing the gunk on the bottom because I already did that in this. As you can see, there is a lot of material in the bottom that essentially is nutrients for them, for the algae, as you can see. But when I left, there was a bunch of babies, and more than a month later, we have adults, we have eggs, we have a great example of what it should be, a brine shrimp / sea monkeys aquarium, successful one. So again, I haven't second thought of making this the gunk aquarium, but I might transfer all of this to this one that have been kind of quiet, as and interesting enough, that indicates that the level of nutrients, it have been good to sustain is the word, sustain the adult ones, but the little ones need suspended particles. They cannot scrape like the adults does directly to the algae. So as you can see, these have been the most clean aquarium most of the time, hence less suspended food particles, hence sadly most of the babies could not survive under those conditions, so there are less here. So that means that for the first time in purpose, I might increase the feed rate here. So might take 1 week and feed them Aqua Dragon's food every day for 1 week. So I increase the suspended food particles for the future generations of babies. So again, all this on the fly, trying out stuff. And then, so that means eventually I will transfer all of this from here to here. And I don't know if I one day will be able to do it, but the idea is that I suspect there is a lot of eggs down here, and when this is completely empty of brine shrimps and brine shrimp babies, I will let it evaporate, put water again, start the cycle, and then most likely move it here or here. I don't would like to move it here because this having like the pure Aqua Dragons thingy, so I want to see how evolve just with mostly Aqua Dragons tools, since the previous years, this is the first time I have this version of the Brine Shrimp, so it's just for the sake of curiosity. Anyhow, that is enough bubble. I will start first cleaning the surface and then the wall of the traditional aquarium. Making next video in a moment.